Hello, this is Jeff from DocuData. Welcome to this training session on ActiveWeb. This is intended for management level users who are new to ActiveWeb but who are comfortable with computers. It will give you a good overview of what you can do and how to do it, but it will leave you to discover some of the more intuitive details on your own. Step-by-step videos are available on specific topics. We will mention tape rotation, active file management, imaging functionality, and electronic document management, but we will leave the details of these topics for other sessions as well. We will start by logging in and touring the home page, and we will use this to discuss the options that are available with different web licenses. Next, we will take a look at some of the management features involved in initial configuration of your system and some ongoing maintenance. Having completed a tour of the tools for initial configuration, we will move on to basic operations, starting with searches, filters, and working with the powerful work list tool. Given this understanding of searches, we will move on to take a look at boxes, files, and data in general. For larger scale data capture, we will look at how you can import from spreadsheets. Then we will explore how you can make full use of ActiveWeb's powerful reporting tools. Finally, we will discuss procedures for placing orders. Let's get started. To log into ActiveWeb, we will click on a link. This might be a link on your desktop, a bookmark in your favorite browser, an email sent to you by your record center, or a link from their webpage. This brings us to the login screen. The look might be different at your record center, but the functionality will be the same. Enter your customer key provided by your record center. This will be the same for everybody from your account. Next, type in the username of your profile, or if you have a unique email address associated to it, you may use this instead. For security and tracking reasons, it is best if each of your users has their own login profile. By checking the Remember checkbox, we can instruct our browser to remember our customer key and login name for subsequent sessions. To complete your login, type your password and press Enter. Note that numerous security measures are in place to protect your confidential data. Communication with your record center will be covered by SSL encryption. At the record center, your electronic documents and images are stored in the database, which is also covered by 128-bit encryption. Your passwords are never stored or communicated, but rather processed using the highly secure hash and salt method. Speak to your record center about optional tools for enforcing your password policy, including forced periodic password changes, minimum password length, and forced alphanumeric passwords. Repeatedly entering incorrect passwords for a profile will cause that profile to be made inactive. Your users may change their passwords at any time without your intervention by checking on the Change Password checkbox and entering and confirming their new password. If you do forget your password, click the Reset Password link. An email with a reset password link will be sent to the email address on record for the given user profile. Upon logging in, we will arrive at ActiveWeb's homepage. This provides access to ActiveWeb's various tabs, as well as a variety of useful information. The tabs and buttons that you see in ActiveWeb will depend on your type of web license, as well as the permissions of your user profile. We will take a quick look at the different license types in a moment. The Help button, which is available from anywhere within ActiveWeb, provides your users with easy access to a full PDF help manual. This may be DocuData's default help manual, or it may be customized by your record center. When a user is finished using ActiveWeb, they should click the Logout button in order to free their spot for another user to log in. By default, sessions will time out after 15 minutes of inactivity. You can ask your record center to change this for one or all of your users, and you can also ask the record center to terminate a specific session if necessary. The announcement pane is an area that the record center can use to communicate with you and make useful information available, including links to download documents. If you require specific information to be available to your users, you may discuss this with your record center. To the left, you will see a list of any holidays scheduled for the next 7 days. These prevent accidental scheduling of deliveries when there will be nobody available to receive them. Your record center may provide special delivery types for delivering on holidays. On the Configuration tab, you have the ability to view the record center's scheduled holidays and add your own account-specific holidays if necessary. Finally, the Delivery Calendar is a powerful tool for working with past and scheduled deliveries. You can control which users have access to this functionality. A shopping cart icon followed by a number indicates that this number of deliveries has occurred or is scheduled to occur on that date. We can change the month that is displayed by using these buttons here. Clicking on a date brings up its list of deliveries. We can expand a delivery to view its details. Here we see the delivery number, the date, and the delivery type of each delivery. The items and their recipients are displayed, and we can easily add one or all items to the work list, which we will learn more about shortly. Now let's take a quick look at web license options. This will let you know what is available and will help you to select the correct license types to meet your user's needs. Your account will probably want at least one user with access to management functionality, especially when setting up and when processing disposal lists. If you require more than one concurrent license, base licenses may be sufficient for your additional users. The rotation option is useful for setting up tape rotations and for setting return dates when preparing tapes to send to the record center for backup storage. The Active Files option provides more extensive functionality for managing records while they are still in active use at your site. Imaging enables you to view images stored with your documents, upload new images, and use imaging on demand delivery types. The Electronic Document Management, or EDM option, gives you the tools to manage your electronic documents, including version control, control of who can access which documents, and a history of when they did, and the ability to apply the same retention policies that apply to your physical records. Now let's take a look at how this appears in ActiveWeb. The base license includes the tabs for inventory management, placing orders, printing labels, and running reports. You can also configure your personal interface options. In terms of configuration, all that we have is the ability to add in our own account-specific holidays. Our work list can be used for adding items to orders, adding items to a print list, and also for running reports. When we log in with a full-featured license, we see that additional tabs appear. Management functionality includes the ability to configure your departments, retention schedules, box, file, and document fields, users, user groups, recipients, and label templates. We will be seeing each of these in depth over the course of this tutorial. You also get tools for managing lists for disposal at the record center, and your work list includes the option to mark items that are currently out as permanently out, thereby canceling storage at the record center and ensuring that your status of items is accurate. People who do not have access to this functionality may still request that the record center mark items as permanently out. With the rotation option, you get several ways of establishing future dates on which the record center should return your backup tapes to you. This icon here indicates that we currently have 6 future return dates established for this tape. Clicking on it brings us to the rotation schedule section, where we can view the currently scheduled delivery dates, remove them if necessary, and add new ones using various tools. We can also add the same scheduled delivery date to multiple items at the same time using our work list, or add dates to items from our cart when preparing itemized send-offs to the record center. Active File functionality enables us to create locations outside of the record center at our own place of business. We also have 4 new item states, including in-house, out in-house, destroyed in-house, and printed. These apply to items that have not been sent to the record center. Here is an example of a location that I have set up for storing files. You can easily check items in or out or register a change of hands, and a file room manager can produce picking lists listing in-house items that have been requested using ActiveWeb's standard ordering process. In-house disposal options include packaging items to send them to the record center. For an unstaffed file room, you may choose to use ActiveWeb in terminal mode. When a user removes an item from this file room, they use an inexpensive scanner to scan a barcode containing their name. Then they scan each item that they are removing. In this way, you have an accurate history of how each item moved and where it presently is. The imaging functionality enables you to work with images associated with your files. This may be done through batch scanning or uploading at the record center, imaging on demand, or scanning or uploading from your own site. And here's the main images interface of ActiveWeb, along with its various buttons, controls, and preview images. Finally, let's take a quick look at some of the features of electronic document management. This allows us to create electronic files which do not have physical counterparts, and to associate electronic documents to files in ActiveWeb, physical or otherwise. Clicking on this icon brings us to the Documents section of the file. Clicking on the Documents link in the file record brings us to the document's own record. There are many things that we can do with electronic documents. these are the subject of other video tutorials. Note that there is an integration tool that permits us to install a button which allows us to save documents directly to ActiveWeb without even saving them on our local computer. And we can also right-click on documents and folders to send those directly to ActiveWeb as well. Now let's take a look at configuration.